lot of guys could have pouted, but he said you've been kind of embraced the new role. Just talk a little bit about dealing with the change.
I mean, I think a lot of things come with that. And, the most important one being, we've been winning. So how could I complain? I think we've been winning. I think we've been playing well, and I hope we continue that. You know what I'm saying? And as long as it works for the team, it works for me.
Talk about your adjustment. I mean, they call you Hollywood. I mean, what did that extra semester do, given how you're distant, the distance of your move from home out here? What did that extra semester do for you to help you get adjusted?
I mean, I think, all around just helped me get, acclimated to this East Coast, Georgetown way of life, because I think, they laugh and call me Hollywood, but it is a big difference, coming from LA to coming, to Washington, D.C., especially in a school like Georgetown. So I think it got me more, trying to find the right word, more
accustomed to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to put a word on it, but the word, the difference, between LA kind of more looser lifestyle and Georgetown. not a tight, but just more reserved.
East Coast.
It's East Coast.
More East Coast, more West Coast than East Coast.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it? I mean, what were your thoughts about that when you decided to come out here? Did you think about sort of the difference in lifestyle and how that?
I mean, honestly, I didn't think there was a difference, but when I got here, I learned from you that there is a big difference. And a lot of things that fly that are normal on the West Coast are looked upon differently over here.
Not to mention snow.
Exactly. That's what I'm still getting used to.
Do you feel like that extra semester makes you like a sophomore and a half, like almost a junior?
I mean, honestly, I feel like, if I'm not a junior, then I'm like a super sophomore. Just because I have been here, when the juniors were freshmen, I was here. Right. So I feel like I'm somewhere.
Right.
I guess sort of on a similar line, like, how do you describe yourself as a guard or a forward? What do you, or wing? What do you feel like is the best description?
Personally, when people ask me, I tell them that I'm a shooting guard, but at the same time, I take pride in knowing that I can play, whatever position coach wants me to play. So, I can be a guard, I can be a forward, I can be a big, I can be whatever.
I mean, and just talk about, in particular, the kinds of things that you've seen when you've come into the game, the last couple of games, when you've come off the bench, what you have seen.
I mean, recently I've seen that you mean like weaknesses?
Yeah, just like how you can affect the game when you're coming off the bench.
I think, defensively, I think a lot of times teams try to push it on us, teams try to run on us. And so, I just come in and try to make a conscious effort to make sure we, as a team, get back on defense and make sure we communicate better, and then make sure that we move the ball on offense and keep our offense running. Because, when our offense runs smooth enough, the game has to run.
What does it say about this team that Hollis Thompson can be the sixth man? You'd be starting on a lot of other teams. What does it say about this team?
I think it just shows, that we really are deep and that we're a really good team.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the best teams have historically had a guy who can come off the bench and create offensively, and there's not a whole lot of drop off. Can you just talk about the importance of having a sixth man and going deep into the spring?
I think that is a good point you made. I think that coach knows when it's time to make subs that he can put me in the game and not be worried about a letdown or a drop off, as you said, and he can be comfortable with me in there, me bringing my A game.
Right.
Are there lots of LA guys? How many LA guys are there in the Big East? Are there any?
There's a couple of us.
Right.
Not very many, doing pulling at the same time, but I don't think it's too many LA guys that come to the Big East. They tend to stay home, Paxton area.
Right.
So is there any actual Hollywood in you, or are you like an aspiring actor? Or
I am in a couple acting classes here. I'm trying to get into a play. They want me to play, so it might be a little bit of actor in me. Not too much though.
What's his name? Michigan State is doing that, right?
Oh yeah, what is his name?
Is it Burrell?
I seen a picture of him though, like in his acting outfit. Yeah.
which play are you trying to get?
I'm not allowed to talk about that shit.
There's 3 times I think I've covered all the games this year where you've taken the big shots and haven't hesitated to hit the big shot. Last game you made it. The first couple times you didn't. Can you just talk about the mindset it takes to not be afraid as a sophomore to pull up and try to win the game?
I guess it is takes some sort of something to take those shots. But to me, we all out here playing, for one goal, and that's to win the game. So if I get an opportunity to help us win the game, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to think twice about it.
Did you catch any flack from coaches or anybody for? I guess the Missouri, that was kind of in the flow of the game, but I want to say the next time was maybe a bit of a force. That was
definitely. it wasn't necessarily flack, but coach just told me that when it comes down to it, you gotta stay composed, you gotta make the right decision. And I think I didn't make the right decision. And I think this time I did. So
Right.
I guess that means I'm maturing.
Yeah, so it's in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
How did Coach approach the change with you? I mean, how did he kind of break it to you?
He did.
Because I remember, the other night after the first time you came off the bench, he was talking about it, and he was just like, "It's no big thing," and you were kind of like, I could see you grinning over his shoulder.
I mean, he didn't really break it to me. It just became apparent like in the flow. I was practicing how we do things, and I mean, it wasn't a big surprise to me. So when he did it, I drove with it.
So it wasn't like you found out at Verizon or at night?
Nah, I found out like that before.
Okay.
Can you talk about that week off between just the Jersey trip and the St. John's game at home, what that did for you guys? Practice.
I think it definitely gave us some time to rest. We had a day off, and then I think it gave us time to get back to the basics. Like Chris said before, we played a lot of 3-on-3, and we just got back to one-on-one defense and guarding our man. So I think that helped us a lot.
Remember, Greg said last year he didn't like the snow at all.
Yeah, the snow, I don't think I'll be used to that. It's not good for my shoes.
On that note,